Good evening, everybody. No Crybaby Ride Chair coming back at you from the beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Currently 7:15 and it's about 99 degrees outside. So I wanted to say hi to all my subscribers. How's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully everybody's making their money, enjoying themselves, having a good life. One of the things I want to bring up, I've seen in a few videos lately, is the topic of sexual harassment in rideshare. What can Uber and Lyft do to change the atmosphere of sexual harassment in rideshare? My personal opinion, there's nothing Uber and Lyft can do about it. Sex is what this country rolls on anymore. The more titties and ass you show, the more likes you get, the more people pay attention to you. You know, and from the dawn of time, men have been attracted to women, women have been attracted to men. And so you're going to have these situations where men are going to hit on girls, girls are going to hit on guys, and vice versa. What it comes down to, or boils down to, is the driver's morals as a person, how they were raised. You got multiple different diversity of drivers from all over the world doing this job, where in their society women are looked at a certain way, men are looked at a certain way, and so on and so forth. So their outlook on what you consider sexual harassment may not be sexual harassment to them, because they were raised a different way in their society. In our society here in America, sex sells. It's all about sex. Sex is no longer something that was to be cherished between a man and his wife, or a wife and her husband. And nowadays, it's all about sex is used as a means of gains. It's not used as a means of affection or anything anymore. It's a means of gains. The more you give it up, the more better looking purses you can buy. You get your rent paid. You know, shit like that, of that nature. So it's the morals of the person that is driving that will predict how the sexual harassment plays out in the rideshare. And until society changes the way they perceive sex and the way they look at sex and what sex is really about, nothing's going to change. And it doesn't matter how many buttons you put on the app, it's not going to change anything. If anything, it's going to make it worse, because you have this society also nowadays where everybody wants to play the victim. So the minute somebody's feelings get hurt, they're going to try to take it out on somebody, because society says it's okay to be a victim. And that's not a good thing either, because, you know, a man making an innocent, you know, comment of, oh, you look nice tonight, because somebody's maybe they're going out to a party, or they're taking them to a special event, and the driver happens to mention, hey, you look nice tonight. Next thing you know, they're being accused of sexually harassing somebody, because that's the new hip thing, is to play the victim. And that's not fair to the driver either. You know, a person should be able to make a compliment and not have it taken as a sexual harassment or whatever the case may be. But like I said, today, everybody's the victim nowadays. Nobody wants to stand up for themselves. It's all about being a victim. And because of the simple fact that society now looks at sex as ways to a means, or means to a way, however that goes, I'm not sure. And looking for their own gain, it's never going to change anything. And nothing Uber and Lyft can do on their app is going to change that. And that's what you guys need to realize. The people that keep complaining about it, there's nothing that's going to change about it until society learns to change its ways and the way they look at the situation and the way they look at sex and how sex is done. Nothing's going to change. And nothing Uber and Lyft can do can change that either. So what it boils down to is morals of a society, and the society that you're raised in. And like I said, all kinds of societies do things differently when it comes to sexual behavior between men and women, so on and so forth. So that's what it boils down to. Don't play a victim. Somebody pays you a compliment, thank them. You know, that doesn't mean that, you know, you're being sexually harassed because somebody says you look nice. Now, if they start to take it to a different level, then yeah, then you have your reason to complain. But I've seen a lot of people, you know, I've witnessed it myself, where you open a door for somebody, and you know, or you accidentally bump into somebody and they think you're fucking trying to fondle them or something. It's like, come on, let's use some common sense. So learn to, what we need is this society to get back to the way society used to be, where sex and, you know, all that was looked at as a means of affection towards your loved one, so on and so forth. Not a means to get a better purse, not a means to get your rent paid, and so on and so forth. And until those changes and the people's morals change, you're always going to have this issue. And like I said, nothing Uber and Lyft can do in that app is going to change that. All right, so this No Crybaby Rideshare out. Sort of on the hit video. I don't know. I'm just out here chilling, waiting for rides. I mean, not rides, but deliveries. So, and there's a lot of rambling in this video too. I don't know what the fuck. But hey, like I said, No Crybaby Rideshare out. Remember, you are the creator of your own destiny. Nobody's gonna do it for you. Good night, guys.